back to another video. We are going over how to achieve the cozy vibes in the home. I feel like there's a much less weird way to say that. Basically, we're gonna spend a cozy winter evening together. I'm gonna give you all my tips and tricks on how to make your home and your space feel more cozy so that, you know, we could really just romanticize winter and enjoy these long and cold winter nights. Right now, I am actually cooking some food. That's one of my first tips, is to make homemade food. I feel like making homemade food is just one of the most homey, cozy things you can do, especially a nice warm dish. First, I kind of wanted to give you guys a living room update. I always am like rearranging stuff in the house because, you know, we moved in here less than a year ago, and just when it comes to moving into a house, you're constantly rearranging things, getting new decor, getting rid of stuff. You have to live in the space sometimes to make it work for you, and I feel like I have really achieved a nice and cozy vibe. Let me just show you some small little touches I did that have really elevated the space and made it just that much more cozy. Just gonna kind of give you guys an overview of the living room. So I don't know if anyone really remembers or would care to remember. We used to have a bookshelf over in that corner, and this container here that holds all of our blankets used to be over there next to the prayer basket. And so it just used to look a little bit more cluttered than it does now. I also had a bunch of thrifted artwork that had literally been sitting around for months that I never put up because I didn't know where to place it because the bookshelf was just throwing me off. So we decided to move the bookshelf upstairs into our office. And yeah, we finally got to put up some artwork. Again, most of my artwork is thrifted. I'm actually planning to put up a few more things. I'm gonna print out some photos from online and make a little collage here on this wall since it's feeling a little empty. But I feel like this whole rearranged situation has made the living room so much more open and cozy. And another one of my biggest tips to kind of make your house cozy and really achieve that like aura at nighttime is the lighting. I would highly recommend getting some cool lighting, mainly lamps. I don't really care for like LED lighting. I feel like it's giving very like college boy vibes. I think I've already shared about where my little lamps are from. This one right here, she's thrifted, of course. And this one in this corner, this is one of my favorites. This is from Facebook Marketplace. It is from a online store. I will link it in the description if you guys want to check it out. But doing little things like lighting and just making the space feel cozy with like some blankets and just the colors that you resonate with, I feel like has made a huge difference for me. All right, and then another obvious tip, guys, is candles. We gotta have the smell of the house match the visual vibe. This one in particular is from Target, their Threshold line. I would highly recommend these Threshold Target candles. I believe it's like $30 for the larger ones, but I only light them at nighttime or, you know, every so often, and they last me for so long, and they really make the entire house smell like the candle. I've had friends come over who walk in and ask, you know, what scent is that? So I know that the candle is working, and just having like a physical fire running, I don't know, it's what gets more cozy than that. So get you a candle or a few candles. I have candles all over the house. I usually only light that one, but like, for example, they could be used as decor. I even have some here on the kitchen counter. This is just a random one. I don't know where it's from. Not a kitchen counter, the dining table. And then my friend actually got me this ramen candle, which is so cute. I'm never gonna light it because I want it to last forever. I've become a lot more confident with my cooking over the years, but something that I still struggle with is desi food. I feel like mine never turns out as good as my mom's or more seasoned chefs, if you will, but practice makes perfect, so here we go. After cutting all my veggies, I fried my chicken to get it golden brown. In the same pot, I sauteed the onions for a couple of minutes before adding cumin seeds, a couple of cloves, cinnamon stick, and my homemade ginger garlic paste, of course. I then added my chili powder, turmeric, and salt and let those cook down for a couple of minutes. Then I went in with the chopped tomatoes. I let this all cook for around 10 minutes with the lid on until it looked saucy and the water rose to the top. I added my chicken back in and cooked it fully for 15 to 20 minutes on a medium heat. I adjusted my spices to my liking and added some fresh minced back in with cilantro, jalapeno, and lemon juice. I served it alongside some sugar gundi or some sweet potatoes with chopped masala and some garlic. I'm excited to try more desi recipes and continue perfecting my craft. Okay, so I just finished making the chicken karai, and I made some shakar gandi, which is sweet potatoes with chaat masala on top. They're so good. I used to have these in Pakistan, they would sell it as street food. And then just some garlic naan. What's more cozy than watching a little bit of Netflix with your dinner? Right now, Salah and I are watching the second season of Outlast, which is like a survival competition show. We're actually on the season finale, so I'm gonna eat and finish up our show. really feel comfortable and cozy. I feel like I'm using the word cozy a million times in this video. We're just gonna wash our face, and I'm saying our a lot. I'm going to wash my face, get my makeup off, get in some PJs so that I can just relax and enjoy the rest of the night. I already did all my prayers, so I think I mentioned this, but I went back to micellar water to remove makeup, and I just used a little cotton pad. This one works pretty well. Dinner turned out pretty good. I will say I feel like my chicken karais never turn out the way like authentic aunties would, or like my mom's. I don't know what it is that I do that I'm like missing, or maybe I'm just being too critical. The shaker kandi was, am I saying that right? Shaker kandi was really good. I usually don't really care for sweet potatoes, but with like the chaat masala on top, it's so good. I just kind of feel like I want to practice more desi cooking and get more confident with my desi cooking, making chicken karai and biryani and all those, you know, classic recipes. I just feel like desi cooking is harder. It's one of the hardest for me to get right because I've had actual good food, like desi food, and I feel like I make a lot of like Middle Eastern Arab food because I really enjoy those flavors, and it's just kind of like a new cuisine that's been introduced to me in the past like 2 to 3 years, and it was nice to like change it up a bit. But I want to like stay connected to like my culture and my roots and practice more of my desi cuisines so that like as we go throughout life we're eating a good balance between both Saleh's culture and mine. I washed my face. It's always so hard to wash my face when I have a hijab on. It has been cold and dry, so we're going in with a hydrating face mask. Of course, my Elta MD Skin Recovery Night Mask. So, even do it on my lips. Feels like so nice and tacky. I even put the excess on my hands. Another thing that I got was a body oil. This is the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Bath Body Massage Oil, just because, you know, it's getting so dry. I'll be honest, the smell isn't my favorite. It does smell like, I forgot which one of their shampoos, but it's like whatever. But anyways, let's go get some PJs on. All better. These are some PJs that I got from Target last year. I don't think they sell them anymore, but I'm so glad I got them. Been a really convenient purchase, just like a really comfortable matching PJ set. It's come in really handy, especially if like, you know, I'm staying at my family's house, my in-laws' house, like having any situation where like I'm in my PJs in front of other people and I want to look kind of cute. It's a vibe. Okay, another thing that I can't claim we've been doing this, but I feel like the frequency of it has increased is we've been making some tea at nighttime, whether it's the Arabic chai or what kind of tea would you call this? Just like herbal tea? Yeah, like basically when we went to Palestine last summer or 2 summers ago at Saleh's grandparents' house, they had just like fresh, I think sage and or rosemary growing. And so his grandpa dried that out for us and we took it home and we just have a ton of that. And so we've been putting that in some like, you know, bubbling water along with some mint, and we just add some honey, and it's so simple, but it's really, really good, especially during this time of year when like people are getting colds and stuff. Okay guys, so one of my biggest struggles in the winter is that since it's cold and gets dark outside so early, I struggle to know how to fill my time in the evening, like my free time, besides watching Netflix or being on my phone and doom scrolling. I'm trying to think about new hobbies and stuff. Of course I have crocheting, but I'm not always in the mood for that. And like I try to think of things that Saleh and I can do together, because before in the summertime we would just go on like these long evening walks or just spend a lot of time outside, and now that's not always an option. And Saleh is very big into gaming, Sorry, I feel like this lighting is so dark. Or not gaming. He really just enjoys playing games and like board games. And I have never been that girl. I did not grow up playing a lot of games, and I just, truthfully speaking, find it unexciting and boring. But something's got to change around here. So I have been open to playing more games, whether those are card games or board games. We just ordered Catan, which is my husband's most favorite, most beloved game in the world. Kind of already know how to play it. We played it last night, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't kind of a vibe, especially with the whole tea situation. I feel like I'm really cultivating a nice little winter evening routine that I can look forward to.